Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Luminess. We are here live every day, and we are going to have a really fun demo today. I'm very excited for this demo because it's going to be one of those lives that I'm not really sure how it's going to go. It's going to be one of those kind of lives, okay? So, really and truly, I wanted to do something fun, something interactive. So, if you are new here, if you are just now joining us, come on in, say hello, let me know where you're from, and let me know what you have going on. You can comment, you can say, so my live demo today is going to be a this or that version. So, what that means is I'm going to build our look upon what you guys say we should use. So there's so many specials going on with Luminess through the holidays. You got it to where you can build your own packages. We've got the traditional Airbrush Spray Breeze. We've got the new Airbrush Silk. So I thought, let's do a demo on this or that, which means you guys get to choose what products we use to make this demo happen. So come on in, say hello, let me know you're here, let me know what you have going on, and let's have a fun time creating a look and a demo put on and charged by you guys. So I am hoping and waiting and just kind of crossing my fingers that everybody comes in and says hello and kind of helps direct this or that Luminous demo Christmas edition look. So, what kind of look do you want to see? So, I guess if we're going to say our first, the two main things they have a special on is the Airbrush Breeze, and then, of course, our Airbrush Silk combo. And they're both at a really great price right now. They're both perfect for the holidays. They both give an amazing airbrush look. So, my question is, which one do we want to see demoed? This with the Breeze or that with the Airbrush Silk combo? So that is kind of what we're going to say. You guys get to choose. I'll give you any information you want about each product and how to use them, and as we demo them, what that looks like. But you get to say which edition you want to see. Do you want to see the Breeze or do you want to see the Airbrush Spray Silk Foundation? This or that? Which one do we want to demo today? Because I definitely think that they both have a place. They both, really give a great finish. They're just a little bit different in tools and the way they work. And so I really want to say, what do you want to see? I'm here to help and to go. So this or that? The Breeze or the Airbrush Spray Silk Foundation? Which one do we want to see demoed today? Because we've got enough space and bandwidth and learning to see either or, and they're both on sale, which is really cool. They've got the Airbrush Breeze combo kit on sale. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right price, but I believe it's $79. And so that right there, you're not going to beat with a stick. That is a great, great price for that bundle. Let me take a look and make sure. Yep, that's the price that they have on there. And then, of course, this one is bundling up at $39. Okay. Good morning, Jeannie. How are you? Good to see you. Michael, good to see you. Okay, Michael, you want to see the Breeze. Thank you for interacting and putting on there and letting me know that you're watching. So this is Airbrush Demo Makeover, this or that edition. And so we are going to do the Breeze. So thank you, Michael, for making that choice for us. Okay, so the Breeze right here. This is your tool, just so you know. When you do these, your brush is your tool, but this is the tool. So anything can go in this. So we're going to go in and I'm going to start out by adding some skincare in there. The great thing about the Breeze is you can put skincare in it and prep your skin. And since my skin is a little bit dry, I'm going to use some hyaluronic in there. Now, one of the things that I really love about the Breeze, let me pull all of my foundations out, is that not only can I put it in with my foundation, I can do it by itself. So I can put this in alone and spray and prep my skin, or I can add it to the foundation. So let's go in. Remember, you got to shake it up really, really well. When you are looking, let me show you guys real quick the cost on this so you will have it and can see what the combo looks like. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's $79 for the entire system. Craziness. Hold on, I'm going to add those products. Thank you for all the loves and likes. You guys are so sweet and so kind. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, it is $63.20 for the combo. That's a crazy price. How did they come up with that price? Okay, just focus with it. Okay, Breeze, you're not going to find this anywhere else. You're not going to definitely get it any cheaper than $63.20. So I can use the Breeze with my skincare. If I can open the bottle, there we go. Or I can use it with my foundation, and I can even mix it if I want to. So this is my hyaluronic. I'm actually going to go ahead and just prep my skin and spray some of the hyaluronic on, just giving it that little bit of extra moisturization that I want it to have, so that my skin's dry. I'm over 50. It needs a little bit of extra help right now with the dryness outside. And so, yeah. Okay, this or that. In the Breeze, you can use the Silk foundation or you can use the Rose foundation. Okay, so let me tell you the difference. The shades are going to be the same. Silk 4-in-1 has hydrolyzed silk in it. It is a medium coverage. It has all of your skincare in it. There's a plethora of amazing ingredients in the Silk. It's a little bit sheer than the Rose. Our Rose formula has all of the skincare also in it, but it also has rose extract in it and serum and has a little bit more coverage. So you tell me, this, the Rose formula, or that, the Silk formula, which would you like to see demoed, the Rose formula or the Silk formula in the Breeze? You get to choose, and that's what we'll go with. So comment on here and let me know, this with the Rose or that with the Silk. Let me know what you think. I have my own preference of which one I like and which one I like to demo, just because it's a formula that I enjoy, but I'm going to let y'all choose. So let me know what you think. Michael, which do you prefer for men? It also depends on which coverage you like. So if it were me, if you like a more natural look of coverage, a more subtle look to even out, I would go with the Silk. So if you want to see the Silk, that really is a little bit sheer. It's buildable. You can build it to full coverage, but the first initial pass is a little bit sheer than the Rose is, but they both look great. So Michael, do you think you want to go with the Silk or the Rose? Silk, okay. And Michael, that is what really, honestly, that is what comes with when you go and you look at the products. The Silk is our best seller, and that is what comes with the bundle. So there you go. I think you have to ask for the Rose, but the Silk is what comes with it. One of the main things with the Silk is you want to make sure that you shake that bottle up, because all this is pigmentation. And look, I'll show you in one of these. I know this is going to be weird, but when you look at this, it hasn't been shaken. You see how that looks separated? That's normal. See that right there? That's all the pigment. And the rest of it is just the hydrolyzed silk and water. You have to shake it for it to go into its full coverage. You want to make sure that pigment is well blended. You can hear the little ball in there breaking it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our silk. We are going to do 4 drops. I'm going to do, I customize my foundation color, guys. So I am between a 20 and a 30. I could probably go straight 20 and it would look great. I could probably go straight 30 and it would look great. But I like to mix them. And that's one of the beautiful things. I think I'm out of that color. That's one of the beautiful things with the Breeze and these foundations is that they are mixable and you can customize your color, change it with the seasons, and you don't have to buy a whole new foundation, and it's ready. Now, when you are using your Breeze, let me tell you and teach you a couple of things. This is a little bit more in depth. This is how you turn it on. That turns the compressor on. That blows the air out, okay? Nothing comes out but the air until you pull this trigger back. When you pull this trigger back, it releases the product you put in the well up here, and then it comes out. The key is not to pull too hard on this trigger, releasing all of the product quickly. You want to go very light so that you can evenly distribute it around the face. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, it is easy breezy, and you will be so, so glad that you got it. So we are going to go ahead. 4 finger widths away is how far away we want to be. You don't want to be too close. If you get it too close, that it's like really spotty. If you pull it too far away, then it doesn't make it to the face. So about 4 finger widths away is where you want to be. And then I'm going to lightly pull back on that and just continuously move. If you can see the makeup on your skin, or if it feels wet and sticky, you are pulling back too hard on the trigger. It should feel cool and light, like air is hitting you. And what you're doing is you're lightly distributing the pigment throughout your skin, allowing it to heat with your skin. And then what happens is that pigment emulsifies and it pretty much melts with the heat of your skin. And when it does that, that is where you get the coverage showing up. It will not immediately cover everything. In other words, what we are not doing is we are not coloring and painting in our skin like this. What we are doing is taking little pixels and adding it to our skin so that when it heats, it can expand on the skin. Okay, so that what I just did is like 3 trips around the world. It's like 3 little passes. And maybe I want more coverage, but that is about what 8 drops will do. And for a lot of people, that's enough. If you want a very natural look, just even out your skin tone, just making it look very natural, very flawless, great. If you like a little bit more of a makeup look, then you'll want to do more passes. How do you know when the solution is out of the machine? You will feel it. You will feel it stop spraying. It's very fine, but it feels like a cool mist of air. And you can also hear the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do one more pass. You bought the spray bottle with the brush and it looks like regular foundation to you. Well, it is, it's different as, Diana, it's different as in the pigmentation amount and how it's applied. It is foundation. It's just applied a little bit differently and the formula is a little bit different. So it's a little bit different than a traditional foundation because of the elements that are in it. Okay, so I put a little bit more of the 20 in there because I want to really show you another pass. And Michael, I want you to go ahead and listen because you can hear when there is nothing in it. So I'm going to turn it on. Can you hear that? That is it spraying out just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more coverage to the areas that I know I like additional coverage. So I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to pull this paper towel up. Can you hear how you can really just, it sounds like it's spraying just a little bit out. Okay, so listen. You see how that went a little lighter in sound? It is subtle, but you can hear when it's out. Do I use the fair or the medium? I actually use the fair. I am the light fair to light medium. That's the 2030. And so I am the fair. Well, and if you're purchasing, I believe it's the fair. So mine's a 2030. And I've got to look and see what that translates with. Yeah, it looks like it's the fair. Also, remember, Michael, when you order them, we have a color match guarantee. So if for some reason it's off and it's not the best coloring, then you can always talk to a beauty expert and we can make sure you get the right coloring that. Do you order the same shade for full coverage? Okay, so Helen, that is a great question. When you are using the Breeze and you are using the Silk Foundation, the Rose is a little bit more full coverage. And yes, you would order the same shade as you do in the Silk. Even in our Airbrush Silk Foundation, the coloring for this and this are comparable. They're the same. They use the same pigment in them. And so when you're doing that, if you normally wear a 20 in this, get a 20 in this. So yes, they are comparable. That's a great question, Helen. Okay, so here we go. This is my starting point of my foundation and my coverage. It is a good light natural coverage. Okay, so it's this or that edition. Let's see. You thought it would look more natural airbrush, but it shows every pore wrinkle. Well, Diana, did you use it with your primer? There's a lot of ways, Diana. There's a lot of ways to handle the pore and wrinkles with the Airbrush Spray Silk Foundation. There's a lot of problem solving that you can do to help with texture. Part of that is hydration of the skin, prepping the skin, making sure it's not dry, making sure it's well plumped. Also, making sure that you've got an ample amount of primer that is putting a barrier between the skin and the foundation, and then not over applying the foundation to where it's heavier and it settles in. Is the Breeze waterproof foundation? No, it is water-based foundation. It is transfer resistant. It can transfer a little bit. But if you want this foundation to stay, you are definitely going to want to use the sealer. We have a sealer that will lock that in and we'll put it on there. So Diana, you know what? My suggestion is, since you've already got the foundation, since you've already got the kit, connect with one of the beauty experts. Let them meet with you via Zoom. Go over the look, see what tips and tricks and techniques that we can customize for you to maybe get the look that you're happy with. You know, it's not for everybody, but there's a lot of tips and tricks that we can use that cover the vast majority of people, that we can really help you tweak and adjust just by a couple little things that may remedy some of that texture challenges that you're not really happy with. Our job is to help make you happy. And so meet with one of the beauty experts and let's see if we can't make it a little bit better. You've already got the product. You don't have anything to lose. It's a free service. So I would say connect with one of our beauty experts and let's do a little lesson and see if we can't help customize it for you. Okay, so we're doing this or that edition. Foundation's on. So here's my question. The great thing about the Breeze is it works with all the Airbrush products, but it also works with traditional foundation. So here's my question. Do we want to do in the this or that of this edition? There it is. Do we want to do Airbrush blush, or do we want to do Airbrush spray foundation blush? You can use either one. Do we want Airbrush blush that goes through the breeze, or do we want to see our new blush in that? So this or that? Michael, I see you saying blush. They're both blushes, dude, though. So do we want this in the breeze or that? Both of them have to be shaked, so I'm going to go ahead and shake them. The airbrush. Okay, Michael. Awesome. I love it. So this is the Soft Rose Blush. I got to tell you, I am going to play with this just a little bit because I'm going to show you one of my favorite things to do with this blush. I'm pulling out some of my toys. Where's it at? One of the items that comes in with your kit is Love, and then you get a blush. And so I am going to be using Apricot as my blush. You can use Apricot or you can use the Rose. And again, we're going to shake them up really well. Okay, guys, listen to me. Oh, Diana, you were also sent a color that's too dark. Okay, so here's the great thing, Diana. If the color is too dark, we can do a color match. That's not a big deal. But it's great to use that color in your lesson with your beauty expert, the one that's too dark, because you'll really be able to see where it goes, how it looks, and all of that. So definitely connect with the beauty expert. Okay, they are well shaken up. One of the things that I love to do is I love to mix either Love, Glow, or we have a Pearl. Where's it at? Oh, a Pearl Luminizer. Okay, so I am going to mix a Pearl Luminizer or Love with this blush. So here's my question. Do you want to see Love or the Pearl Luminizer? They both will illuminate this foundation. They both will add a sheen to it. One is a little more natural and one is a pearlescent, really beautiful pearly look. And so do we want to do Love or do we want to do the Pearl Luminizer? This is Mama Jamma, amp it up. This is Settle, giving a little bit of a reflective tone. So which do we want to add? Because we can do the blush by itself, but I want to add a little pizzazz to it. So which one? This, Love, or that, the Pearl Illuminizer? Which one? This or that? Pearl Illuminizer or Love? I'm going to go ahead and shake them up so they'll be ready. Helen says Love. Anybody else have any opinions? This or that? The Pearl Illuminizer or Love? You have spider veins. Which foundation do we recommend? You have spider veins on your face. Is that correct? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about on your legs? Where are the spider veins, Michael? That's where I'm asking. Diana, I will because I'm mashed and that's the color I want to get. Yes, ma'am. You got it. Yes, on the face. Okay. If it were me, I would, and you are wanting to do a little bit more of a cover up on the spider veins, I would see about using the silk first, seeing if that gives you the cover. I have broken capillaries on my cheeks, and little broken capillaries in that area, and the silk does cover it, and I can do a cover enough for that. So if not, the Rose definitely will give you that coverage, and it doesn't look heavy unless you apply it very, very heavy. So I think start with the silk so that we can keep it and build that coverage as much as you like. But then if not, you can always check in with us and we can help send the Rose. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the blush in. 4 drops of this blush is all you need. This is so pigmented. This is like the food coloring of makeup. So a little bit will do you. Then I'm going to come in with what Helen suggested, and it comes in your kit, Love. And I'm going to put about 4 drops of that in there. I like a little bit of luminosity in my brush or my blushes. So I'm going to come in. This is how you blend them. You back bubble, 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 bubble. You put your finger over here and you pull the trigger back. Okay. Now remember, guys, do not judge this blush. Once it heats with your skin, it's actually going to do what we call bloom. And so we're going to go in. And I can feel that cool air. And I'm just going to put the blush right there. And look, I am a blushy girl. But I am going to have to give it a second to bloom with my skin. I used a lighter peach color, added love to it. And so you will sit here and you will get to see this actually bloom on my skin. So giving it a second. Remember, I'm barely pulling back on this. When I purchased it from about 4 months ago, my product came in, it looked orange. I reached out to customer service, received my money back, never received it. Okay, so when I don't know the conversation you had with customer service. Normally, if they give you your money back, they end your subscription or something of that nature. If you are looking to get, if you are still an active customer and you are on a program to where you're getting makeup sent automatically, then you need to talk to them. I'm sure they will adjust the coloring. You can meet with a beauty expert to get the right color match that you will need. But I suggest you go ahead and give customer service a call if you are having issues with returns, cancellations. That's not anything that as a beauty expert I can help with. I can help customize the look and create and answer questions and all of that. But definitely check with customer service. They're really good about connecting and giving you updates on your account and what is going with that. Okay, how is the machine charged? Great question, Michael. And yes, you can see it blooming. So people, we've got to be a little bit patient to give it the time to do what it naturally does to be able to do that. Okay, to charge it, you have a USB cord that usually comes with it. You're going to place it right in here. It just fits right in there. I don't know where mine is. It's probably put up somewhere because I just charged it, but it'll fit right in here. It plugs into a USB block. You will plug that in. When it is charging, this little circle will blink. When it is done charging, it will be solid. Here's the kicker, Michael. It will not turn on while it's plugged in. It's a safety feature. So you cannot keep it plugged in and airbrush yourself. You have to completely charge it, unplug it, and then use it. It does come with a little bit of charge when you get it, but our recommendation is to charge it for at least 4 hours to be able to get the full charge that it needs, and then plug it in about once a week to charge it. So the other great thing is you'll be able to feel it. Like I have a lot of people tell me it's not working, it stopped working, all of that good stuff, and they didn't charge it, or it's not blowing out well. And I'm like, okay, have you charged it? It will slowly not blow the air it needs to blow if it needs charging. Okay. So that is one of the keys. That's the first thing we have people check is it charged fully? Is when you plug it in, does the little ring stay solid? For it to be fully charged. And a lot of times that's the remedy of it. So, okay. So now that we have done the this or that, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a quick eyeshadow. Not anything, dramatic. I am going to bring up our little palette right here that we have. It is our new face palette for the season. It is our FaceTime palette. It comes in one of our bundles, but you can also get it by itself. Does it show when it needs charging? Yes and no. It will start to blink a little bit red whenever it needs charging, but you'll also feel that air start to go down. So a lot of times I haven't known it's needed to be charged because like I would sit it in my desktop, or it would be sitting on my desk and I would forget about it and I hadn't used it, but it still loses a charge when you haven't used it. But if you are using it and it is losing its charge, it will go red and the little light will tell you it needs to be charged. So yes, but it's subtle. Okay, so here's my question. Last question of the day for, well, second to last, for this or that. This you can use a concealer in. We have some great concealer. Eraser is one of my favorites. So the question is, do we want this as our concealer, which by the way, Michael, you can use on those veins to spot cover those veins with the Silk foundation, and it works great. Or do we want to use traditional foundation, which is perfectly suitable to work? A lot of times I will use either or, depending upon my mood. A lot of times I use traditional just because I like the feel of a brush. I like the control under my eye. I'm a makeup artist. It's just one of my things. So here's the question. This eraser or that traditional concealer? Which one? This or that? And then we're going to go into mascara and lips and I'm done. This or that? We want to see the eraser on, or do we want to see traditional? Okay, Michael, you have been great today. I'm so glad that you were on and came out to play. Now, I put blush in there. Common sense says that if I put something in there, it's going to change the color. So do I have to clean this? No. Take a little paper towel, wipe that excess pigment out. You don't have to go through the whole cleaning process, but you do want to get the excess pigment out, okay? Now, I will tell you, I can use the eraser under my eyes and get a coverage that will make me perfectly happy with what I want to do. However, I say that I, again, like to have a little bit of a, if you notice, I'm spraying out just a little bit so whatever was on that needle can come through. I like to have control and a brush under my eye for concealer. So personal preference, that's my makeup artist thing. Okay, so when you are going under the eye, you are going to tilt this. Notice my finger's not on the trigger. You're going to tilt this to where you can feel it under the eye, right? And then as I get closer, and I have contacts in, so yes, it can be done with contacts, and yes, you can do it without getting it in your eye. But as I get closer, or as I feel that, I am going to pull back lighter on the trigger and make sure I'm constantly moving. I don't want to get up right there. And if I get a hot spot, I'll show you what we do. Because I'll probably do it anyway, just to be able to have it. So you can see me adding it there. You can see that eraser highlighting right under my eyes. I like eraser. Now, eraser does not come in different colors. It is our highlight. It is our lightest concealer. You can add eraser to your foundation and it will lighten your foundation up and give you that extra coverage. But because I am such a fair girly, I don't have that issue. So Michael, you would go ahead and you would put this on before you did your foundation for your spider veins. Now look, this is a little bit crazy looking. I get it. I understand. If you get too much under the eyes or if it's too light, take one of your brushes and just pat and move that pigment out and about. Like we don't have to have, that is such a precise area. And I like to make sure that it gets all the way up into under my lashes. And so I understand, yes, we can put that concealer under the eyes, but also don't be afraid to use other things to make sure it is where you want it to be. And look, I still have a good amount left in there. When I tell you I only need a little bit, I only need a little bit. It erases so much. So actually, I think I'm going to come in Use eraser just a little bit, and I'm going to use it like a highlight. Because a highlight is only a little bit lighter of an area than the rest of your face. Since it's already in here, I'm just going to use it as a little bit of a highlight. Okay. I'm done. That's that. I'm done with that. Okay, let's go in and let's do mascara real quick as our finishing touch. I'm going to bring this over. There we go. I'm just making sure that I get all those little details in there. Okay. How do you clean it? Yes, I got you, Michael. Let me throw on some mascara real quick and I'll show you how to clean this breeze. It is easy breezy to clean. I like things that are easy to clean. I am not a girl that likes to take a whole lot of time, but I will tell you, Michael, it is important to clean it after each use. The pigmentation in here, you don't want it to necessarily clog up your airbrush machine or get stuck in there. You want to make sure that you get it rinsed off because there's an internal needle that you can't really take out to clean like traditional airbrush, big box airbrush machines. And that internal needle needs to be cleaned through the cleaning process. So you don't have to clean in between each product, but you do have to clean after every use. So that is an important thing, is after every use that you're completely done with, you do want to make sure you clean your breeze. What are the qualifications to be a brand ambassador? Ariel, just send a message and somebody will get back with you and let you know how to apply and the qualifications for that. Okay, to clean it, I'm going to come in. I am going to release all of the rest of the foundation that is in there. For me, if I am at my house, I'm going to release it into the sink so that I don't have to worry about it. Thank you guys for the likes and the loves. I'm going to take some water, put water in here, and that is just water. Do not put this under the sink to rinse out. Please do not. I'm going to close the top so it doesn't get messy. And then I'm going to back bubble. To back bubble, put your finger here and just pull back on the trigger. So I back bubble and blow out what is in there. Back bubble and blow out. The reason we back bubble, oh, thank you for the likes, Michael. The reason we back bubble is to push the water back up against that internal needle so that it gets the pigment off. You know, when you blow something all one way, it may only get the pigment going this way, but we want to make sure we get the water pushing it back the other way to get it as clean as possible. And that cleans out our well. Now, that is good for what I would say a daily, but guys, at least every 3 to 4 days, depending upon how much you use it, or once a week, you want to use Tip Top Cleaner. And the reason, I'm going to grab another paper towel here. The reason you want to use Tip Top Cleaner is Tip Top Cleaner does a deep clean of the internal parts of your machine. In other words, your machine might be clean and you might be killing it, but you've got a needle in there that can hold on to that pigment. And that is metal. And this Tip Top Cleaner not only deep cleans that needle, but it also lubricates that needle so that it doesn't let anything else cling on to it on the way out. So I just ran Tip Top Cleaner through it. I'm going to wipe this out. And ta-da, it's clean and ready to go till the next time. All righty. Now, last thing, I'm going to do lips. So here's my question. Do I want to do we have some great lip colors that are on sale, and they are fun. And one is a vinyl lip gloss or a vinyl lip slick, and the other is a lip stain, which means it is on. Okay, so here's the question. Do we want to go with the lip stick, the vinyl lip gloss, or the lip stain? This bad mama jamma stays on all day, is through it all, and does not go anywhere. This right here is got a little bit of a glossy look. It protects the lips. It gives a healing element to the lips. And so while they both serve their own purpose, which one do we want to do? Lip stain, Erica. Okay. So this is lip stain in Desert Rose. Let's take a look right here. Y'all, this was fun being able to do this or that with y'all. I am so glad that you guys came out to do that. It makes me very happy to be able to do this or that with y'all and to answer questions to some of you guys. With that. Michael, you have an older version of this and you've been wanting to get the newest. You just ordered. Yay. I think you're going to love the Breeze. Make sure that you charge it really and let it fully charge and get all of the juice in, because that makes a huge difference. On the lip stain, I literally can just come in, and this is really close to my natural lip color. It is such a beautiful color. It's Desert Rose. And I'm just going to add it. I don't overline. I know a lot of people do, but I do not. Now, the one thing that I am very adamant about, if you noticed, and it's going to be the hardest thing for people to do, don't rub your lips together. When you go to put this on, put it where you want it and let it sit there. When you have a lip stain, on a lot of them, it depends on the formula, but on this formula, when you have a lip stain and you rub your lips together after you've put it on, it picks that pigment back up. It's kind of like paint. If paint is wet and you put something with paint on it and then you pull it off and it's tacky still, it lifts the paint up. So don't rub your lips together like you would with normal lipstick. Where you placed it, let it dry, and you will get a lip stain that will stay longer and better. Now, guys, this right here is, I have people ask me all the time, do you powder when you airbrush? I don't. Can I powder? Yes, I can. We have a great powder that goes on, and I want you to see the difference with this powder. Okay. So I'm going to do one final 2 steps and then we are done with the this or that. Actually, no, I'm going to let you choose. Okay. This or that. Powder, no powder. Powder, no powder. This or that. What do we want to do? Do y'all want to see powder and how it works? Or no, it looks great like it is. No powder. What do you think? Michael, I'm so glad you came out. Thank you for joining us in the this or that. It's so good to see you. I am so glad you're here. We will see you next time. Anybody else have any opinions? Powder or no powder? This or that? Running it to the end. No powder. It's beautiful. Okay, we're done. Thank you, Michael. You're so sweet. So the final tip and trick that I do, whether I airbrush, whether I use traditional foundation, whether I do anything, is I buff. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to do a light buff. What this buffing does is it allows anything that is excess that has heated with my skin, and I don't do it heavy and I don't do it hard, I just do a light little buff to remove any of that excess and to make sure everything is seamlessly blended and put where I want it. So I always, always, always do a buff. That is just one of the tips and the techniques that I do, regardless of the makeup that I wear. Okay, friends. So let me show you. Mention what kind of brush. It is a buffing brush, and so it is a long brush. It has got a flat head. It's soft. This right here is our application brush. If you're not using it, it's the same type. You could use this as a buffer, as long as there's no foundation on it. But yes, this. Ciao, Michael. I do want to show y'all the lip stain. Okay. No transfer. It's on there. Nothing. It's on there. So for me, I like very moist, very supple lips. So I am going to just take a little bit of a clear and I'm going to put it over this lip stain, just because this is more of a matte lip stain and it's a beautiful matte color. But I just want a little bit of extra moisture because look, it's not super cold where we're at, but it's cold enough that I need a little bit of protection on my lips. Okay, friends, that is it. Thank you for joining us on the This or That edition of our holiday picks. All of the products that we used or that you chose that we used are on sale through the holidays. You can mix and match bundles. You can get the Airbrush Breeze bundle at a less than $100. It's like $63 right now. So definitely snag it if you have been thinking about it. You will not find that cheap of a price on the Breeze bundle again, and you want to get it. And I'm just telling you, just do it. Just pull the trigger, call it your own Christmas present, give it to the person that has been swooning over it for years, because you're not going to ever get it any less than $69 or $63 as it is right now for the holiday sale. Alrighty, if you guys have any questions, like I told everyone before, connect with a beauty expert. We have beauty experts on the phone. We have them via text message and chat. You can come into the group Luminess Live and connect with a beauty expert there. And really, we like to help customize your look, help problem solve with you so you can get the look you love. Get the right color, get the right formula, the techniques that work for you. That's what the beauty experts are here for. Really, we're here for you to help you get exactly what you want and need. So join us. We're here every day. Don't hesitate to reach out. We've had several people reach out, join us and connect with us. We have a group called Luminess Live. You want to come in there, text message, post, all of those things, and we will help you create a look you can love. Alrighty, my friends, that is all we have for today on our Wake Up and Airbrush. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for creating this look with me. This was all you're doing. And have a beautiful, beautiful holiday season. And remember, regardless of what products you have and what products you wear, the most beautiful thing that you can put on is kindness. So if you can be anything, be kind. Be kind to yourself. And then be kind to others. This world needs it. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.